You have a choice. You can keep chasing the thrill of something new every time a relationship starts demanding patience, or you can learn how to stay present when excitement turns into responsibility, because Aries does not usually lose interest because there is nothing left to feel. Aries often loses interest because the situation stops feeling easy, spontaneous, and under control. At the beginning, everything moves fast. The attraction is strong. The conversations are intense. The possibilities feel endless, but then something changes, expectations appear, feelings become deeper, promises start carrying weight, and suddenly, the same connection that once felt exciting begins to feel heavy. So ask yourself honestly, are you losing interest, or are you losing the freedom to avoid vulnerability? That difference can change your entire relationship pattern. You may love beginnings, the first message, the first date, the first moment you realize someone wants you. Beginnings give you energy because nothing has been defined yet. There are no difficult conversations, no emotional obligations, and no history to manage. You can move quickly, you can follow instinct, you can be bold without thinking too far ahead, but seriousness changes the rules. Now you have to listen when you would rather react, you have to stay when you would rather move, you have to communicate when disappearing would be easier. That is where many Aries individuals begin to pull away. You may reply more slowly, you may become irritated by small things, you may suddenly focus on your partner's flaws, you may convince yourself that the chemistry is gone, but sometimes the chemistry is not gone, the fantasy is gone, and fantasy is effortless, real connection is not. This is not always a relationship problem, sometimes it is a mindset problem. You may associate excitement with love and stability with boredom. You may believe that if a connection is right, it should always feel intense, but intensity is not the same as intimacy. Intensity creates adrenaline, intimacy creates exposure. Intensity lets you perform, intimacy asks you to be seen. And being truly seen can feel more threatening than being rejected. Why? Because rejection ends the story. Vulnerability removes your armor. When things get serious, you can no longer hide behind confidence, charm, independence, or passion. Someone begins to see your fear, your impatience, your insecurity, your need to feel important, your difficulty admitting that you care. So instead of saying, "This person matters to me, and that scares me," you may say, "I'm just not feeling it anymore." That explanation feels cleaner, but it may not be honest. Aries energy is known for courage. You act, you initiate, you move before others are ready. But real courage is not only about starting something difficult. Sometimes courage means staying, it means remaining in the conversation after your pride has been hurt, it means admitting that you were wrong, it means resisting the urge to leave simply because the relationship no longer gives you constant stimulation. Anyone can feel powerful when they are in control. Your character is revealed when you are not. Nelson Mandela once said that courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The same principle applies to relationships. You do not become emotionally strong by never feeling trapped, uncertain, or afraid. You become strong by learning how to respond without destroying what matters. The mature Aries does not lose fire, the mature Aries learns how to direct it. Every meaningful achievement eventually becomes repetitive. Athletes train when the applause is gone. Entrepreneurs continue when the excitement of the idea turns into years of difficult execution. Artists keep working when inspiration disappears. Michael Jordan did not become great because every practice felt exciting. He became great because he remained committed when practice became exhausting. Steve Jobs did not build influential products by chasing a new vision every time the work became complicated. He stayed focused long enough for an idea to become real. Relationships follow the same principle. Attraction begins the process, consistency builds the result. Anyone can be attentive for 2 weeks. Anyone can be passionate during the chase. The real question is, who are you when love requires patience? Who are you when your partner disappoints you? Who are you when the relationship becomes less about winning someone and more about understanding them? That is where maturity begins. When you stop running from seriousness, you discover a different kind of excitement, not the excitement of uncertainty, the excitement of depth. You experience what it feels like to be trusted. You learn the comfort of being understood without having to perform. You build a relationship that can survive conflict instead of collapsing under it. You stop repeating the same cycle with different people. The cycle of intense attraction, fast attachment, growing pressure, emotional withdrawal, sudden exit, temporary relief, then regret. Breaking that cycle gives you something greater than freedom. It gives you emotional control. You no longer become a prisoner of every temporary feeling. You stop confusing discomfort with incompatibility. You stop abandoning long-term value for short-term relief. And that strength does not remain inside your relationship. It changes how you work, how you lead, how you handle pressure, how you finish what you start. Your first strategy is simple. Do not build the entire future during the first few weeks. Aries energy can move quickly. You may make strong promises before you fully understand the person. You may create emotional intensity that cannot be maintained. Then when the pace naturally slows down, you interpret the change as a loss of interest. Slow down. Let attraction develop without forcing commitment. Ask questions. Observe patterns. Pay attention to how the person handles stress, conflict, honesty, and responsibility. Rushing creates fantasy. Patience reveals reality. You do not need to suppress your passion. You need to give your passion direction. When you feel the urge to pull away, do not immediately act on it. Pause. Ask yourself, am I bored? Or am I afraid? Am I genuinely incompatible with this person? Or am I uncomfortable because they expect consistency? Did the relationship become unhealthy? Or did it simply become real? Write the answer down. Do not trust the first emotional reaction. Your first reaction may protect your pride. Your second thought may reveal the truth. The psychologist Viktor Frankl wrote that between stimulus and response, there is a space. Your power lives in that space. Use it. Do not punish someone with silence because you do not know how to explain what you feel. Say what is happening. You can say, I feel pressure, and my instinct is to pull away. I care about this relationship, but seriousness makes me feel like I am losing independence. I need time to process, but I do not want to disappear. That is not weakness, that is leadership. Strong people do not avoid difficult conversations, they enter them with honesty. You may not always say everything perfectly, say it imperfectly. Clarity creates connection, silence creates stories, and the stories your partner creates in your absence may damage the relationship more than the truth ever could. Commitment does not require you to erase yourself. You still need goals, friends, challenges, movement, personal space. The mistake is believing that independence and intimacy cannot exist together. They can. Create a life that gives you energy outside the relationship. Train your body, build your career, learn something difficult, protect time for your ambitions. But do not use independence as an excuse for emotional avoidance. There is a difference between taking space and creating distance. Space helps you return stronger, distance helps you avoid responsibility. Know which one you are choosing. Commitment is not a cage, it is a test of emotional discipline. Staying present when things get serious is not just a relationship skill, it is a statement about your identity. It says, you do not run from discomfort. You do not let temporary emotions control permanent decisions. You do not abandon people simply because closeness exposes parts of you that still need healing. Your excuses may sound convincing. The spark is gone. I need freedom. This is too much. Maybe I'm just not a relationship person. But ask yourself one more question. Have you truly lost interest? Or have you reached the point where love requires something from you? Patience, humility, honesty, consistency. Anyone can chase passion, it takes discipline to protect it. For the next 7 days, do not make any major emotional decision in the heat of the moment. Do not end the relationship during an argument. Do not disappear because you feel overwhelmed. Do not create distance to test whether someone will chase you. Pause, communicate, observe your patterns. Write down every moment when you feel the urge to escape, then identify what happened immediately before that feeling appeared. Was it criticism, expectation, loss of control, fear of rejection? The goal is not to force yourself to remain in the wrong relationship. The goal is to stop leaving the right relationship for the wrong reason. 7 days of awareness can reveal patterns you have repeated for years. Aries, your fire is not the problem, your fire is your gift. It gives you courage, passion, ambition, and the ability to bring life into every room you enter. But uncontrolled fire destroys what controlled fire could build. You do not need to become less passionate, you need to become more consistent. Do not wait for the perfect relationship, become the person capable of protecting a meaningful one. Do not keep mistaking peace for boredom, do not keep confusing vulnerability with weakness. The choice is yours. You can keep chasing beginnings, or you can finally build something that lasts. Master the impulse to run, and you master more than your relationships, you master yourself. If this message revealed something about your relationship patterns, like the video, share your experience in the comments, and subscribe for more honest insights into the hidden psychology of the zodiac.